2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Our game tonight featuring the New York Knicks as they go up against the Boston Celtics. For the Celtics, they come into this game after a loss to Orlando. A crushing defeat in that one. Still with a sour taste in their mouths, they're looking to play much better. And at the All-Star break, a chance for players to heal and recuperate. And Kenny, let's talk about injuries. A part of the game, but some manage to stay healthy. Is it all just luck?
Well, some of it's luck, but a lot of it's preparation. If you prepare your body for the rigors of the NBA season, you're going to reduce the risks and you become more durable, and the quality teams have that. But really, one of the most valuable things a player can bring to the table is health.
You know, the saying goes, the best ability is availability.
Oh, I like that.
And, you know, there's truth to that. You know, so many things factor into a player's health. Toughness, conditioning, and it's a great training staff you also need to have. It all adds up.
Do you recall who it was who said the best ability is availability?
Dr. Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, really? Under what circumstances was this famous quote uttered?
I just made it up, Ernie.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for your honesty, which I understand is the best policy. Somebody just said that.
Wow.
Nice.
I like that. I've never heard that.
I got one, Ernie. E equals MC squared.
Ooh. Wow. Kenny, you got anything? No, I didn't think so.
No.
Thanks for tuning in.
To be or not to be?
That is the question.
Seems like we've been here before. Yes, it is Groundhog Day. And we welcome you to this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We've got an Eastern Conference battle ready to get rolling, and this New York crowd wants some love from their Knicks. They came away with the victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building. They've got a nice head start on this season series, up 2-0.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Sullinger and Zeller are the duo down low. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. And it's Crowder in at the small forward.
And guys, as much as Isaiah Thomas can help you on offense, at times he can hurt you on the defensive side. Immediately posted up by whomever he's guarding, you have to give help. And, of course, that leaves your defense vulnerable, particularly on the weak side and controlling that defensive backboard.
Now here's Thomas. He's coming off a 16-point game against Orlando.
And how about the extraordinary display of his passing in that game? He was making all the right decisions and had their offense humming.
Greg, you're talking about Isaiah Thomas before. Certainly his short stature limits him on Clark, the defensive side.
Yeah, but you know what? He doesn't rack up a ton of steals, given his instincts and quickness. I think he really focuses on making his impact at the offensive end.
Afflalo, no good. On defense, New York. 4-point game. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And it goes back to what's been their strength, really, on the interior. From a defensive standpoint, they just defended the rim as well as you could.
Yeah, I thought it was really impressive the way they did it, guys. They were alert, they were active, they were aware, and their reaction to shots was outstanding.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Sullinger the screen. Over in the corner, Zeller. Now here's Crowder, covered by Anthony. 5 on the clock. From the wing. Misses off the left iron.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Dishes it to Lopez. New York moving it around. Shots good by Anthony.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
The Celtics with the lead. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. Sullinger is screen on a Flalo. Bradley against the Flalo. Sullinger the screen. Bradley can't get it to go. The Knicks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. It's stolen by Sullinger. Thomas up top. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. Here's Galloway. Lopez outside. Porzingis passes to Carmelo. Got a piece of it. Crowder with the steal. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. And it's blocked. They get it back. It's Bradley on the wing. Sullinger with a screen for Bradley. Knicks with the rebound. Now here's Anthony. 32 points for him last game against Golden State.
Yeah, and he also did a great job on the backboards, Kev, and that also was a factor.
The shot's good from Lopez.
I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
Now here's Thomas. Sullinger with the ball. Thomas a screen, and the pass to Crowder. Bradley, no one around him. Off the mark, and the drop continues.
Nothing dropping for him, so I think in the best interest of his team, he may need to think about not shooting right now.
And here's Anthony from the arc. For Boston, they've gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
You know, right call. Gave the officials no choice there. I mean, they've got to make that call over the back.
Yeah, I mean, he went chest first into the man in front of him. My goodness, I'm not an official, and I could have gotten that one right.
Last game for the Celtics, it was a loss to the Magic in Orlando.
Yeah, not a very inspired performance for them, particularly when they were defending. They just gave that hostile crowd plenty to cheer for.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jump shots, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was through the roof. You can't win if your defense isn't better than that.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Knicks.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
Now here's Thomas. Picked by Zeller. Here's Bradley. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Not a quarter to remember as far as his offense is concerned.
Yeah, you know, he's not making any kind of impact for them at that end of the court right now.
Anthony, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
And Boston has possession following the score by New York. Thomas gets the bucket.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Brad Stevens. Though they haven't won in their first 2 meetings this year, Coach said he expects a different story this time around with a new offensive approach. He said that he wants them to attack more and not worry so much about finding the perfect shot. Really just simplify things for them. Let's see if that approach can take the season series to 1-2, guys.
Okay, Doris, well, the offensive approach, a primary force in the game plan today, guys.
Yeah, they are out to put up a big number today, and I think they can do it.
Well, that certainly seems to be the goal. I mean, it could be a shootout if their plans come to fruition.
Anthony nowhere around. Again, the miss by Anthony.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
Thomas, good.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start?
Yeah, he's setting himself up to be their go-to guy today.
And watching Jay Crowder, he can really beast you up, Greg, and take you out of your game. One of the most physical wings, I think, in the NBA.
And not the most flexible athlete, but he makes up for that with that strength that you mentioned. It allows him to control the pace. I mean, he's a bumper and a grinder and hitting a big 3 out of nowhere. So he's what we call a true gamer.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
Looking at Jay Crowder, he got traded from Dallas to Boston in the Rondo deal last season. Nobody expected all that much from him. All he did was go out and become one of the most valuable players on that team.
He's checked in for Lopez. Lance Thomas comes in for Porzingis. Sasha Vujacic is checked in for Aaron Aflalo. And it's Calderon in for Langston Galloway. Lee's checked in for the Celtics. New York with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run right now.
When you talk about Jay Crowder, there are those that you win because of, and then there are guys like him that you win with. I mean, the guy who's going to take the charge, commit the hard foul, do what others won't, really shows the heart of a champion.
The Knicks making a switch here. Williams is checked in, and then for Boston. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Tyler Zeller. Turner comes in for Crowder. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Avery Bradley. And that one misses. Celtics trail by 5. Thomas with the block. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas. Celtics ball. It's stolen by Calderon. And pushing it up. Here's New York. Thomas is running. Offensive rebound. Pass to Calderon. That one falls coming off of Thomas's feet. Calderon's got his first bucket in this one.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Here is Thomas. Jose Calderon making his last shot. Thomas, that's good.
His shot is looking really good here in the first.
Everything is falling. 5 of 5 to start.
On the wing, Williams. He kicks it to Vujacic. Back to Williams. There's the dish to Vujacic. Some nice passing by New York here. Clock at 4. There's the screen. Calderon passes to O'Quinn. He got right to the cup using that screen. And the Knicks lead by 7.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Now Thomas, 10 points for him. He dishes it to Olynyk. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Calderon kicks to O'Quinn. Back to Calderon. Makes it off the glass. And now it's a 9-point New York lead.
Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Clearly, they've been outclassed in the paint, really at both ends of the floor.
Now here's Turner. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Smart misses.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Now, here's Thomas. Marcus Smart missing that last shot. Calderon dishes to O'Quinn. There's the feed to Vujacic. And there's another one for the Knicks.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Now here's Thomas, and he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game, and that one's good.
Well executed possession. They controlled the shot. Nicely done.
The Knicks leading by 9. Outside Williams. Pass to Thomas. Right wing. O'Quinn with it. He's against Olynyk. 6 to shoot. O'Quinn the pass to Calderon. New York needs to get off a shot. O'Quinn can't hit.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
And the basket by Olynyk.
It doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
New York calls timeout.
And Isaiah Thomas, traded last season from Phoenix over to Boston, seemed to be a matter of fit and not production as to why they moved him.
Grant, he's checked in for New York. Celtics also with a sub. Urevko's checked in for Isaiah Thomas. New York leading by 7. Greg, you were talking about Isaiah Thomas. He had no love lost for the Suns in their first meeting. He took them apart, Clark, on the floor. Remember that game? Stared him down as he was hitting shots. Looked at that bench, man. He had a big chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, and you know, most guys that are a little undersized and have battled doubters all their careers bring that kind of edge anyway. You throw in the fact that he was disappointed how the trade unfolded. He was amped up and ready for that return visit.
For New York, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
At the line for 2.
And the first one drops. And so O'Quinn nails both of them. Celtics trail by 9. And Turner kicks to Olynyk. No good. The Knicks go the other way with it. And here is Grant. His last outing with 20 points.
And a huge lead here early to start.
Well, you know, right from the tip, there's not anything they haven't done well so far.
Outside Turner. We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter of the game. Clock at 6. Olynyk can't hit.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Turner against Grant. Good work defensively by Turner. Celtics trail by 11. Oh, that's blocked. 46 seconds left to play here in the first. Back to Grant. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here, Greg. They look to me to be a bit sluggish.
Stolen by O'Quinn. The three. Offensive rebound. Boston's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Turner against Grant. Turner dishes to Olynyk. Soft touch off the glass.
Here it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number one for them right now.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Knicks lead by 11. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And Celtics head coach Brad Stevens lured away from a very successful tenure with the Butler Bulldogs. He talked about the challenge of making that decision.
The only hard part of that decision is leaving a place that you really loved for 13 years. I couldn't have left without knowing that it was a place that we were going to stay together and really commit to a process together. And I was sold on that, and I continue to be sold on it.
I wonder if Coach Brad Stevens feels like he's recruiting another college class with all those draft picks boxed in his stockpile.
Well, I don't know how he would address that question, but I do know he's feeling real good about his decision. I mean, taking the Celtics to the playoffs in just his second season, I mean, I think he's one of the bright coaching stars in the NBA today. It was the NBA's game and college basketball's loss when he moved on to the Celtics.
Well said. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a comfortable margin for the Knicks here, guys.
I just don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
Really a big part of why they're on top here. The defense has been on point.
And a moment now to reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Knicks. We've got Robin Lopez. Porzingis is out there with Anthony. Then there's Aflalo, and it's Grant in at the point guard position. Langston Galloway's checked in for New York. Good on the second free throw.
And guys, Porzingis was almost a rookie last season, but he opted to pull out of the early entry and wait a year for this past summer's draft. Seems to have worked out for him as far as how his draft stock has changed.
Here's Galloway. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Porzingis passes to Aflalo, and he gets the bucket. And the Knicks lead by 10. Austin with the ball. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That game is the first and last of their homestand. And Sullinger kicks to Crowder. Anthony with the block.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Feeds to Zeller. There's a screen. Kicks to Smart. Back to Zeller. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Porzingis passes to Carmelo, and he gets it to go. Anthony's got 8 points.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Celtics trail by 15. Smart kicks to Zeller to end the run. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket. and don't let them set up the defense.
Marcus Smart was drafted to the Celtics as their future point guard. He came in with a lot of work to do and a skill set that people really like. But his first season, Clark, was a roller coaster.
Yeah, it really was. He was an off guard in high school and in his first year of college as well. Really only played full-time at the point the year before he was drafted.
There's Galloway. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Follow the pass to Porzingis. Pass to Galloway. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He feeds it to Anthony. Anthony missing again.
And for Smart, though, he still has a lot of work to do on his ball handling and passing. His shooting, I think, exceeded some people's expectations. 37% from the field last year was subpar, but his 34% accuracy from 3 was solid. He finally started going straight up on his jumper instead of leaning in, and his release looked money.
Here's Porzingis. Sullinger defending. Shots good by Anthony.
I love the killer instinct he shows right there, exploding to the rim to add to the lead.
You know, you talk about Smart's lackluster field goal percentage. Once he gets more comfortable with his ball handling and adjust to the length in the NBA, I think he'll convert more at the basket. That'll also create more drive and dish chances for him as well.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first.
And around the NBA, there are some who want to redo how the NBA lottery works. They feel it punishes teams for trying at the end of the season and instead rewards others who maybe aren't doing as well.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hey guys, well, Brad Stevens had some advice for the team over that last break. The strategy included running the offense through Thomas. Coach reminded them that he is supposed to be the key factor tonight, and he still wants to see that happen. I'm sure Coach is hoping those changes turn the tide in this game and shrink the deficit before halftime. Back to you, Kevin.
And thank you for that, Doris. Zeller setting the pick for Bradley. Sullinger the screen. Thomas dishes to Crowder. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Crowder's got his second basket of the game. You know, Clark, losing teams handling losing with an eye to the future. It's a slippery slope and a very tough situation, not only for teams, but the league to try to figure out and rule on.
Yeah, exactly, Kevin. Well said, and I'm not sure what the answer is. I kind of like where we are with the lottery system, but it's something to reevaluate. I don't think it needs to be tinkered with at this point, though.
Celtics trail by 10. Outside Bradley. Taken away by Anthony. Dishes it to Afflalo. Back to Anthony. Rebounded by the Celtics. To the paint, deflects the pass, shoots from 14. It's tipped. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession. Here's Sullinger. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. New York leading by 10. The pass to Porzingis from the arc. The putback, and Lopez throws it down.
This is just great anticipation. The putback jam.
Oh, he had some big-time intentions right there.
And those plays, guys, will give the entire team a boost.
Thomas kicks to Zeller. Sullinger the screen. Zeller passes to Bradley. Back to Zeller. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. Well, last year, Tyler Zeller both started and came off the bench, showed he could be an effective player even when playing heavy minutes.
Yeah, and if you look at the games that he played as a starter, he increased his usage, and it didn't bother his production at all.
Anthony kicks to Lopez. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Yes,
Bring it down hard, my brother.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
The Celtics working the ball around now. Sullinger with the bucket.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Calderon. Good D by Thomas.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Zeller, a screen on Calderon. Thomas dishes to Zeller. That's good, and it's Thomas picking up the assist. Thomas got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's Anthony. 10 points for him. To the inside, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's on Jared Sullinger.
And Robin Lopez, last season, he missed about 6 weeks with that broken hand, but freak injuries aside, he's been pretty durable over the course of his career. Had played in all 82 games the previous 2 seasons.
And Robin Lopez signing a new contract this offseason. He had been significantly underpaid for his production over the last 2 seasons.
And Kevin, you knew he was due for a raise. 7-footers who impact the game at both ends the way he does are really valuable.
Lance Thomas, he's checked in for the Knicks. Vujacic comes in for Aaron Aflalo. And a change for the Celtics. Lee's checked in. And so he hits both. Celtics trail by 9. Outside Thomas. Lopez with the block. And so the ball goes on a bounce. Lopez touched it last. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Lopez. Then for the Celtics, Kelly Olynyk comes in for Sullinger. And Turner's subbed in for Jay Crowder. Here's Turner. No good on the quick 3. The Knicks leading by 9. Anthony with it. Now Thomas defending. The drive by Anthony. The layup missed. For Boston, they've gone 8 of 15 since we began the second quarter. Excellent shooting. It's deflected. Pass to Calderon. Back to Anthony. No luck. So the Celtics will take it the other way. Now here's Thomas. 10 points for him. He kicks it to Olynyk. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. Thomas got 5 assists in the game.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Celtics trail by 9. There's the dish to Lee. Hits the jumper in space.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
New York's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Calderon passes to O'Quinn. Back to Calderon. O'Quinn with it. He's against Olynyk. It's Anthony with the drive. 6 to shoot. The feed now to Vujacic. Trains the 3-pointer. Vujacic has got 7.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper. Now a timeout called by Boston. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Now a timeout called by Boston. A different look for New York. Williams comes in for Anthony, and it's Grant in for Jose Calderon. It's Bradley on the wing, covered by Vujicic. Thomas kicks to Olynyk. Shoots from the baseline. Goes back up. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Some excellent numbers in this one for Thomas. He's got 10 points and 6 assists. Really dominating this game, just taking it over.
And really, the fact that he's making it look so effortless while he's doing it.
For Boston, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Thomas.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the strike, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
For New York, they have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And Grant drops them both. Celtics trail by 10. Outside Turner. Thomas with the steal. And now the fast break. Grant with the ball. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Agility leads to thievery there as he got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor. And you guys, he was once considered a tweener, but now I think Derrick Williams has kind of settled in to that 4 position. Seems to be the best position fit for him at this stage of his career.
Last year, Williams did find a nice niche playing the 4. Still, his minutes and numbers, Clark, remain low.
Well, it's unfair because he was drafted so high, top 5 when he came out, and I don't think he'll ever live up to that draft position. The highlight dunks are great, but he's got to find other ways to continue to grow.
Grant with the ball. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Five on the clock. It's hauled in by Thomas. Celtics trail by 11. To the middle, stolen by Vujicic. And pushing it up. Here's New York. And then Thomas with the jam.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
Grant against Thomas. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. And some changes here for the Celtics. Jerebko's checked in for Isaiah Thomas. And Smart subbed in for Bradley. Here's Olynyk. 8 points for him. Clock is at 3. The Celtics need to get a shot off. No good from Lee. The Knicks leading by 13. Grant outside. Down low, over in the corner, Williams. The rebound by the Celtics.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Turner dishes to Olynyk. Passes it to Smart. 1:30 left here in the second. On the wing, Turner, covered by Vujicic. He used that pick to perfection.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
New York calls timeout.
And Evan Turner's one of those guys, he just gives you a little bit of everything. I mean, he can play multiple positions, handles the ball, he can pass it, shoot it. Kind of a Swiss Army jackknife who uses multiple tools to his advantage.
And New York making a change here. Galloway's checked in. A minute 20 left here in the second. The Knicks leading by 11. Well, Greg, for Evan Turner, the one area where he can still develop in a big way is with the jump shot. Clark, 28% from 3 last season. Really is not going to make it.
Yeah, that's been the one stain on his game, the lack of that deep shooting ability, but everything else he can do. He can handle, he passes, he rebounds, but to be an elite player, he's got to be able to knock down that 3 ball better.
And how thrilled must have Evan Turner been last season to get a second chance. Clark, with the boost in minutes, the confidence, the coaching staff, his game almost just changed overnight.
Yeah, he's a guy who needs the basketball. He's such a good, solid playmaker and has excellent size. Never had a chance in Indiana to really handle the ball and play to his strengths because of Paul George and Lance Stevenson, but he found a nice niche in Boston.
Well, you know what he can do after watching him for so many years with the Buckeyes.
Yeah, he's terrific. Good basketball IQ, too.
Both free throws good from Turner.
And boy, did Evan Turner make the most of his second chance last season. Played with more focus, huge minutes for him with the Celtics. He may have found a home.
Vujicic kicks to Thomas. He dishes it to O'Quinn. Here's Vujicic. Got it. Good job in the low post. Vujicic has got 5 points in the quarter.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Outside Turner. Shoots. Again, the miss by Turner. The Knicks leading by 11. Here's Galloway. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Here's Williams. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
Celtics ball.
Outside Turner. Three-pointer. Again, the miss by Turner. And so that's the end of the first half. It's the Knicks up by 11. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, Carmelo, some great help off the bench during this first half. What does their contribution mean to this team?
Well, I mean, we always believe that we have one of the better benches in the NBA. And when they come to play like we're playing so far, you know, it makes it a tough game. It makes it a tough team to beat. And, you know, just hopefully we can keep that up.
It certainly takes some pressures off the starters. Melo, thanks for the time. Guys?
All right, Doris, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what an amazing performance the hometown fans are witnessing here tonight. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. A stellar first half for Carmelo Anthony. He had 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 block. Hey, big fella, what's your take on New York so far?
Well, what's really shifted the game in their favor has been their rebounding. They got a good edge on the boards, and that's a product of their hard work. All 5 guys have been battling, putting everything they have to fight on the glass. That needs to remain the focus for 2 more quarters if they want to hang on to their lead.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about Boston?
Well, right now, they're getting a little embarrassed on the defensive end. They got outshot in the first half. but that's because no one put their foot down on defense to stop it. So in the second half, they need to play much more disruptive defensively. They have to do whatever it takes.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is just about to get started. Now back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We will see you later.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
That slasher mentality was on display in that first half. He got to the rim consistently.
Boy, I tell you what, he's got that great first step, and he must have had some quickness porridge or something because he looks a little faster today than normal.
On the floor for Boston, Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Sullinger and Zeller are the duo down low. And it's Crowder at the three slot. And it turns out it's going to be a foul. He was hoping for a clean block, but the officials felt otherwise. So we'll see some free throws here.
And really a fantastic season for Sullinger last year. Really made some leaps forward, but missed a lot of time still due to injury.
That free throw good from Sullinger. Second free throw, no good. And for Sullinger last season, further indication, Clark, that he needs to keep working on his conditioning.
And that was a concern coming into the league with Jared, is just how committed would he be to working on his body all the time and maintaining the level of conditioning that he needs. And injuries have been a part of that not being the case, but when he's out there, he's capable.
Outside Thomas. That ball is good for another field goal, his sixth. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one. And talking about Sullinger, you wonder if he's been in the right scheme for the past couple of years. He's not a three-point shooter. He's a back-to-the-basket banger. You want proof? Only hit 28% from behind the arc last season, and that was his career high.
Here's Galloway, and again it's New York.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Sullinger the screen. Thomas kicks to Sullinger. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feed. Thomas got assist number 7 for him tonight.
You know, on the topic of Sullinger, guys, he said publicly that people are doubting him. And he's right. I mean, until he gets in better shape and stays that way, there will always be questions surrounding that part of his game. Hopefully for him going forward, he can be more Duncan than Diop in the way he treats his body.
And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Zeller. And let's use this break to check out a group of the NBA's best defenders recently. The shooting guards averaging the most steals per game for the past month. 5th on the list, Avery Bradley.
And both the hand speed and general quickness of the players on that list are outstanding. Those are the qualities you need to be an effective perimeter defender.
And at shooting guard is where you'll usually find the team's best defender, and this group illustrates that clearly and perfectly. These fellas play the best on-ball D that you'll see in the NBA.
Celtics trail by 11. Shot on the wing. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
Assist goes to Isaiah Thomas.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Here's Porzingis. He's covered by Zeller.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
Hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
For Boston, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Now a timeout called by Boston.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I guarantee you this talk centers around cutting down on all of those points coming in the paint. They've got to show more resistance there.
You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon. They're searching for answers. Some way they've got to figure out how to contain him.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey guys, well, Brad Stevens had some advice for the team over that last break. The strategy included running the offense through Thomas. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half. And Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Here's Galloway. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Anthony, the pass to Galloway. New York moving the ball around. And a follow wide open. He shoots. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Sullinger the screen. Thomas goes in, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And a moment to check out Carmelo Anthony here. He's been dominant over the last month. Tops in scoring. And he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage. Really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
And I tell you what, his scoring abilities are almost otherworldly. I mean, no one's been able to slow him down or even come close.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
First one falls for him. Both free throws good from Isaiah Thomas.
Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
The Knicks leading by 10. Feeds it to Anthony. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. 16 points for Carmelo Anthony.
And they've really come out of halftime with the eye of the tiger. Plenty of fire in their eyes and tremendous focus and intensity.
Thomas dishes to Zeller. Outside Bradley. Takes a shot at the elbow. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Celtics trail by 12. Kicks to Sullinger. All alone. Knicks with the rebound. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Galloway, the pass to Carmelo. Jared Sullinger grabs the board. Sullinger's got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside Thomas. Pass to Sullinger. Out to the wing. Zeller, a screen on Anthony. Shot clock at 5. Crowder. Not enough on that one as it misses. The Knicks leading by 12. To the inside. Galloway, no good. Celtics shooting for the game at 42%. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Sullinger with a screen for Thomas. He feeds it to Sullinger. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Thomas got his 9th assist in the game now.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
From the paint, that one wide left.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
And now, in transition, it's a Flalo. Here we go. Anthony's shot is off.
And although not a block officially, it might as well have been his ability to react and alter the shot.
Greg, I don't think there was any doubt about it. His defense threw him off on that shot.
Here's Sullinger, and it's blocked.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
New York, no good that time either. Celtics trail by 10. Outside Thomas. It's Sullinger with the drive. Good on the shot, and that shaved the lead to single digits.
This quarter has brought out the best in them, fellas. Even though they're still trailing, he's been impossible to contain.
And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Taking a look at Boston. They're holding on to second spot in the conference. A great season for them so far. And, of course, New York, a couple spots below.
And I think for the Knicks, they weren't really being talked about as contenders coming into the season, but they have entered that conversation.
Just shows you how futile it is to try to predict what's going to happen before a season. I mean, it's been a great year for them, and they've still got plenty of room to improve for the postseason.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Jose Calderon, who's checked in for Lopez. And it's Grant in for Langston Galloway. Kicks it out to Bradley. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long. Watching Aaron Aflalo, incredible form on his jumper, excellent mid-range shooter who's made himself into one of the league's better three-point shooters, too.
Dishes it to Bradley. Fires the three. Can't get it to go. The Knicks go the other way with it. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Grant kicks to Anthony. A follow outside. Here's Porzingis. Here's Anthony. Anthony missing again.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Now Bradley. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. And Thomas, here we go. And Anthony sends it back. Out of bounds, Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession. A different look for New York. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Porzingis. Williams comes in for Anthony. And Thomas subbed in for Aaron Aflalo. Then for the Celtics, Jerebko's checked in for Tyler Zeller. Turner comes in for Crowder. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Bradley. 2 on the clock. It's Thomas outside. That doesn't go either for Thomas.
Tell you what, as well as he shot in the last quarter, Kevin, it's a total flip here in this one. He just can't get anything to go in the basket.
Grant kicks to O'Quinn. Puts up the baby hook. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And a chance here to see the numbers for O'Quinn. How last month turned out for him, averaging 9 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And for a reserve big man, not a big drop-off when he checks in the game.
Yeah, you want your team to at least hold court when the reserves come in. Don't lose ground. He definitely keeps them solid up front.
now, gentlemen. 2 shots. Loose shots.
And he makes the first. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Isaiah Thomas. And so O'Quinn nails both of them. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Celtics trail by 10. Outside Turner. Now the pass to Lee. Olynyk with it, working on O'Quinn. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. O'Quinn's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Out to the right wing. The shot's good on the assist by Calderon. O'Quinn's got 4 points this quarter.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Turner up top. He's covered by Grant. They grab their own miss. Here's Jerebko. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
My, he is so adept at finishing in the low post.
New York leading by 10. Grant dishes to O'Quinn. Rebound Boston. Lee's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
The Knicks have gone 8 of 16 in the 3rd quarter to put their second half shooting percentage right at 50%. Williams with a clean look. No good on the triple. Celtics trail by 10 and pushing it up. Here's Boston. Williams with the block. They retain possession. And the officials now calling the shooting foul. He got a lot of ball on the block, but also got the body. So some free throws coming up right now. Sasha Vujacic is checked in for the Knicks. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for New York.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
Another thing they've done tonight well is share the ball. So many of their points have come off of good crisp passes.
Calderon passes to O'Quinn. Turner with the steal. There's 1:47 left in the 3rd quarter. They set the pick inside. But on that shot, with that, the Knick lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Olynyk.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
Thomas kicks to Vujacic. Right wing, just 4 to shoot. Some nice passing by New York here. Here's Williams. And it's Williams again missing. Celtics trail by 5. Pass to Smart. He kicks to Lee. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one on Williams. One thing about David Lee, he's a proven scorer and rebounder. Clark, health, though, has been a concern.
It has been very durable early in his career, Kevin, but of late we've seen hamstring issues, back issues, and torn hip flexors, and that's taken a toll on him for sure.
And, guys, for David Lee, when healthy, He can absolutely fill it up. I mean, he's a terrific offensive player, can score over both shoulders, a really solid passer, and, of course, a volume rebounder.
And so David Lee nails them both.
And David Lee reworking to improve his mid-range jumper going into last season. When he's hitting that shot, guys, he's almost impossible to defend.
Celtics trail by 5. And here is Turner. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. The dish to Olynyk. Looking for Lee, gets it there. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. New York's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Now here's Calderon. Got a hand on it. Jerebko dishes to Turner. The feed now to Olynyk from 11 feet away. Good. Olynyk's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that's what you want to see. Good fundamental sound basketball with the bounce pass.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Knicks lead by 3. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. Here's Galloway. They've got a Flalo. Anthony out there with Porzingis. Then there's Robin Lopez. And it's Galloway in at the 1. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. That's good. And that's 20 points for Carmelo Anthony.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Picked by Zeller. Outside Thomas. Shoots from 12. And he's able to get it back. Here's Sullinger. It's rebounded by New York.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Anthony down low, guarded by Bradley. Porzingis off target from three-point range.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Here's Sullinger. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. 14 points for Jared Sullinger.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Anthony, the pass to a Flalo. That's tipped. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Bradley. Here's Crowder, and it's sent back by Lopez.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Shooting for New York, Isaiah Thomas. Taking 2 shots.
The first one falls. Both free throws good from Isaiah Thomas. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Galloway kicks to Lopez. Passes it to Porzingis and stolen by Zeller. And Thomas, here we go. And it's sent back by Lopez. Now here's Anthony. Tight defense on him. Lopez a screen. Anthony dishes to Lopez. Over to the wing. Anthony, the pass to Afflalo. Back to Anthony. 6 on the shot clock. Shot, high post. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Thomas kicks to Zeller. He dishes it to Crowder to take the lead, and Sullinger lays it in. Sullinger's got 4 points this quarter.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man. You know what? I think he had to call timeout right now just to get his guys to regroup because they were really ragged out there.
Yeah, they've got to get some things straightened out, and sometimes the best way to do that is with a timeout. They look to be overwhelmed right now.
New York calls timeout. Nice game. Great performance by Isaiah Thomas.
He's on fire. They needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hand.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. Derek Fisher had some words for his team over that last break. He actually lit into them pretty heavily, saying, "We're being way too soft on the inside. I'd better start to see some toughness and more shots being challenged. No more easy baskets." Pretty strong words, guys.
Thanks, Doris. Lopez. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
When you're hot, you're hot. And that's certainly been the case for Lopez. He has 12 points and 3 blocks.
Shooting for New York, Robin Lopez. Taking 2 shots.
That free throw good from Lopez. He's perfect from the line this time. For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Outside Thomas. Feeds it to Zeller. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. 13 points for Tyler Zeller.
I mean, you never expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
Galloway, the pass to Lopez. Down low. And Anthony gets it to go. And the Knicks lead by 1. Clark, neither team with a big advantage here in the 4th quarter.
5 times we've had the lead switch so far. I mean, back and forth we go.
And Clark, that could rise again before we're through.
Picked by Zeller. And Sullinger kicks to Thomas. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. Thomas got 20.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
Lopez, no luck.
I don't know how that one doesn't go in. Nice cushion between him and the defender.
And Sullinger kicks to Crowder. Pass to Zeller. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Anthony dishes to Afflalo. Here's Galloway. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Galloway has got the game tied up here for the Knicks.
Those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Picked by Zeller. Zeller, a screen on Afflalo. Kicks it to Thomas. A shot by Sullinger, wide open. They get it back. A nice shot by Zeller.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Outside Anthony, lets it go with a 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Crowder's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Zeller. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Zeller doing all sorts of things. He has 17 points and a steal. I'll tell you what, he's made his mark on this game in so many ways, guys.
And he would have stood out just on the strength of the defense. But how about offensively? He's been clicking there as well.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
And you've always heard of guys being in a zone shooting, but you can be in a zone passing the basketball, and we've seen that tonight as well.
He hits the second from the line. Here's Galloway. He feeds it to Lopez. Knocked away and stolen by Zeller. Here's Bradley. Flushes it down to finish the break. Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down. Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Knicks trail by 5. Anthony left side. The 3 from Aflalo. Jared Sullinger pulls it in. Sullinger's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. And the shot's good from Crowder. They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Got a hand on it.
Hard work on the glass once again, fellas. They put a lot of effort into their rebound.
There's a reason why they have 3 seconds in the lane, and that interior play has made a big difference in this game.
Shooting for New York, Jay Crowder. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Crowder. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Knicks trail by 8. Outside Anthony. And the pass to Porzingis. Dishes to Galloway. Shot clock at 6. It's blocked. Outside Thomas. Pass to Sullinger. Taken away by Anthony. And here's the break. Here's Aflalo. Look at that jam. Wow. I mean, just beautiful. And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end. It was really a case. It looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Jose Calderon. He's checked in for Langston Galloway. The Celtics also with a sub. Lee's checked in for Sullinger. Now here's Crowder, covered by Anthony. 6 on the shot clock. Crowder, the pass to Zeller. Shot from 12. Good on the jump shot. Zeller's got 9 points here in the second half. And he's coming up big here in the clutch.
Composed under pressure, and he's now 4 for 4 here in the fourth.
And Lopez throws it down.
A room service dime by Jose Calderon.
Celtics leading by 6. Thomas kicks to Lee. Here's Crowder. And the 3 ball is good. Crowder's got 6 in the quarter.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Anthony with it. He's looking for Calderon and finds him. Good D by Lee.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebound.
You know what? That rebound has always been a critical element of the game, and that's why they are now understanding how to win.
Good job here in the second half. They're doing a really solid job of pounding that ball inside, and they're being intentional about it. And that's the way you succeed, getting that ball inside.
Well, David Lee with the Golden State Warriors began his career with the New York Knicks. We're talking about him and his play, and it's sometimes hard to get a good compass on what kind of player he is.
Yeah, you know, he was drafted 30th when he came out and certainly played above that draft slot. Then when he re-upped for the 6 years, $80 million, people started to wonder if he was able to play to that value.
New York calls timeout.
And getting back to David Lee, before the big contract, he was putting up some huge lines. I mean, he was the first Knick to go 30 and 20 in a game since the great Patrick Ewing. And he became the first NBA player to record at least 35 points, 20 rebounds, and 10 assists since Kareem back in 1976.
And, you know, back to David Lee, we all know about his struggles with the Warriors, and many had written him off completely. But then at the end of last season, he showed that he still has the energy and skills to contribute if given minutes.
Knicks trail by 12. Now Calderon. At the top of the key, Lopez. Here's Anthony. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Anthony's got 26.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
Boston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Screen by Lee. Lee sets a screen for Thomas. He kicks it to Lee. The dish to Bradley. 6 on the shot clock. And a foul call on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Well, taking a look at Avery Bradley, his career's been kind of up and down, Greg. Started out in high school where he developed into one of the nation's top prospects in high school.
You know, it's a great point. And as a college freshman, really established himself as one of the top defensive guards in the country, won numerous awards, then enters the draft after only 1 year.
You know, with Avery Bradley, he was the 19th pick in the draft for the Celtics. The outlook for him was great, but then ball handling and shooting, injury concerns flattened out his development. He had a hard time getting over the hump for a few years, but he's over it now.
The Knicks making a switch here. Grant's checked in. Both free throws good from Avery Bradley.
And, you know, getting back to Avery Bradley, he's been dynamite the last 2 years. He's finally found consistency with the mid-range jumper and plays a complete game of basketball. With just a little more seasoning, I really feel like the sky's the limit.
Celtics leading by 10. And here is Thomas. Picked by Zeller. Noah. Good D by Lopez.
Boy, did they need that rebound. I mean, they have struggled on the boards overall, but still with the chance to win.
Exactly, because they've made enough plays to keep it close. And as a result, they're still in it. Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
Picked by Lee. The feed to Zeller. Follow against Bradley. Clock at 6. Shoots. Boston, no good that time either.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Here's Lopez. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, Greg, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
At the line for 2.
Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 7. Lopez hits them both.
And great work at the line there to chip away at the lead. A few more productive trips here, and things could really get interesting. Yeah, you can see they've gave up a lot of points here in this run, and he just wants to break the momentum before this thing gets out of hand.
And, you know, that's a huge part of a coach's job, making sure you keep your guys in the best position possible at all times. So I like this timeout.
Now a timeout called by Boston. There's the screen. Bradley dishes to Zeller. Looks for Thomas. Gets it to him. Right side, Lee. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Lee's got 10 points here in the second half. Knicks trail by 8. Now, here's Grant. Here's Lopez, and the layup's good off the glass.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Bradley kicks to Thomas. 1:29 left in the fourth. Shot clock at 6. Cannot hit. Good D by Lopez. New York's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And here's Anthony for 3, and that one's good. And now just a 3-point Celtic lead.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're leading by 3. 1:10 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Thomas. Stolen by Grant. The drive by Anthony.
Anthony's been putting up the numbers. He has 29 points, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's just made a lot of very heads-up plays, and his defense really has been a difference maker.
At the line for your Knicks, Carmelo Anthony. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within 2 here. And Anthony drops them both.
In a crucial spot, he is always so solid at the line. He rarely wastes those opportunities.
Thomas against Grant. Thomas kicks to Zeller. A baseline J. It's good.
What a bucket at one of the more crucial moments of the game.
How about the cool, collected way in which he delivered it? Clutch.
Passes it to Porzingis. To tie it up. It falls. And oh, that was an enormous 3-pointer.
Great opportunity right there. He's got such tremendous length. He can just rise up and get separation for the three.
Here's Bradley.
Man, he slams it home and gets a little camera time on the backside of it.
He spent a while up there on the rim.
And I like the fact that the ref's going to give him a little bit of leeway there and a lot more than they used to.
Lopez passes to a flight. Down low. There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas.
Shooting from New York, Jared Grant. 2 shots.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. The Knicks making a switch here. And Grant drops them both.
You can't have any more pressure on you than he had at the line right there. Shows you what he's made up as he's able to tie it up.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Knicks fans, these are your Knicks City dancers. Go on and give it up.
There's 10 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Screen by Lee. Near the 3-point line, it's Thomas. Regulation is ended and we're heading to overtime. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. Addition we're seeing so far. After regulation, the stalemate, and we'll see now how these two teams and these few minutes of basketball pan out. And so off the tip, it's Boston. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the floor for Boston, Sullinger and Zeller are the duo down low. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side, and it's Crowder in at the 3 spot.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
Anthony kicks to Aflalo. Back to Anthony. It counts, and the foul. It's on Jared Sullinger.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
That one misses for Anthony.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things their way. No doubt they've been winning on the backboard.
Crowder kicks to Sullinger. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Well, Sullinger has been great. He's got 12 rebounds, and he's blocked a shot today as well.
And he's clearly showing off his smarts in a few ways today. That block just being one of them. Just a savvy basketball player.
That free throw good from Sullinger. Free throw's good from Sullinger. A minute into overtime in what has been a great game so far. Out to the right wing. Porzingis passes to Lopez and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. It's on Jared Sullinger.
Shooting from New York, Robin Lopez. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Lopez hits them both.
He's having a great game at the free throw line, Kevin. His hot streak continues.
Thomas dishes to Sullinger. Here's the screen. Thomas, that's good.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
That gives them the lead. And the Knicks lead by 1.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding.
Bradley kicks to Sullinger. It's stolen by Anthony. Just about 2 minutes in now to this overtime period. What a game. Galloway, the pass to Carmelo. Here's Porzingis, defended by Crowder. Porzingis can't hit.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Shot by Crowder, no good.
You can't get in a much better position for the 3 than that. Everything was right on target, it just didn't fall.
We're in overtime. If you just joined us, 2.5 minutes through it.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Outside Thomas, 13 feet away. The shot, no good. So New York will take it the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. To Porzingis. And it's Lopez at the elbow. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
At the line for your Knicks, Kristaps Porzingis. At the line for 2.
The first one falls. He hits both from the stripe.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
Shot to stop the run. Thomas's shot is off.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
There's the pass to Porzingis. From deep three-point range. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
Boston.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're losing by 5. 1:41 left to play in the first overtime. Overtime basketball, a little under 3.5 minutes into it. Thomas dishes to Sullinger. Here's Crowder, and good. He nails it.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
New York calls timeout. They're up by 3. 1:32 left in overtime. Looking at the clock, just over 3.5 minutes into OT. Anthony drawing the double team. Lopez drives in. Porzingis off the mark there with the three-point shot. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Bradley kicks to Crowder. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Now just a 1-point Knicks lead.
He could have forced a tough inside shot, but made a terrific kick out to find the open jumper instead.
Porzingis passes to Lopez. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
The Celtics have gone 4 for 7 on their shot attempts in the extra period up to this point. Thomas. It's good!
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
The Knicks have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far here in overtime. Lopez sets a screen for Anthony. To the left side wing. Here's Porzingis. Money! Thomas with the ball. Sullinger right side. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but at least they did get the clock stopped. That is the one saving grace of that situation.
He sinks the clutch free throw. And so both free throws good that time, and that puts him ahead.
Free throws don't get much bigger than that, but he made it look easy to put him in front.
Clark, a critical possession right here.
Boy, Kevin, you can just feel the crowd on pins and needles right now.
Here's Anthony, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
He knocks down the clutch free throw. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives them the lead.
Nicely done. Without much separating these teams, that's when you have to make good at the line.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They trail by 1. 24 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. Lopez with the steal. There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Boston making a switch here. Smart's checked in.
2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
Sullinger dishes to Crowder. Bradley up top. Shoots. And the shot is long. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Smart. So a close game sees New York take this one. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came out in the extra period.
Yeah, when adversity was at its greatest, they came up big. They seemed to relax a little bit once we got into overtime.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, gentlemen, I'm here with Carmelo Anthony. And Melo, first off, congratulations on this win. How would you describe the team's effort here tonight?
We willed our way to this one. We took our time, executed. We stayed composed, and that's something we've been doing the past 3 games, just keeping our composure and just finishing games. We've been doing that.
This team is playing great, Melo. Thanks for your time. Guys, over to you.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Clark Kellogg, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And standing by for the postgame show, let's head over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Robin Lopez. The fourth quarter was all him. It was like he couldn't miss, and it was just one basket after another.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
Well, his ability to get into the paint, get to the rim was deadly. For a guy who's mainly a perimeter shooter, it was remarkable how many of his points came right at the bucket.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.